नमस्कार दोस्तों। हम आज जीएसटी के अंतर्गत जो लेट फीस के प्रोविजंस है वो देखने जा रहे हैं। टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द लेट फीस प्रोविजंस अंडर जीएसटी लॉ. The provisions that I will discuss are updated till the date. One more note to be made is that whatever provisions I will discuss the provisions of CGST Act only, and the late fees which is leviable under CGST Act plus the late fees leviable under SGST Act will be the total late fees leviable. For the information of all of you, late fees under SGST Act or Union Territory GST Act will always be equal to and in addition to late fees under CGST Act. So let's start one by one. First of all, as all of us know, that the late fees is leviable under section 47 of CGST Act for the returns which are required to be filed under section 37, 39, 45 and 52. In addition to this, late fees is also leviable under section 47 of CGST Act for annual return required to be filed under section 44. Now we will discuss the provisions one by one. First of all, let us start with GSTR 10. GSTR 10 is required to be filed under section 45. This is the last return is required to be filed after cancellation of registration. This return is to be filed by those taxpayers who were filing 3B returns only. Means, in other words, those taxpayers who were claiming input tax credit. Now, for GSTR 10, there is only one-time benefit is given under the GST law for the limited period up to 30th June 23. Any GSTR 10 which is not filed till the date may be filed between April 23 to June 23, the late fees of rupees 500. This is the only concession available. Now, what will happen if the GSTR 10 return is not filed within this period of June 23? In that case, by default late fees which is leviable under section 47, which is rupees 100 per day, subject to maximum of rupees 5000 will be leviable. So just to make it clear, for all the returns, wherever special notification is not issued to reduce the late fees, for all those returns, all those periods, by default the late fees is leviable under section 47, which is 100 rupees per day, subject to maximum of rupees 5000. Coming to the next return, that is GSTR 4. It is required to be filed by composition taxpayers on annual basis. For GSTR 4, the limited period benefit for the returns that will be filed between April 23 to June 23, the late fees will be rupees 250, where some tax is payable in that return. If no tax is payable, there is zero late fees or no late fees for any GSTR 4 which is filed between April 23 to June 23. So this is a special concession. In addition to this, for GSTR 4 returns relating to FY 21 and 22 only, no late fees will be leviable for the delay period from May 22 to July 22. Plus, for GSTR 4 returns relating to FY 19-20 for the state of Ladakh, for those taxpayers which are having place of business in the state of Ladakh, no late fees will be leviable for the period November 20 and December 20. Now, for all GSTR 4 returns relating to any period which are not filed within the time, whatever delay period is there from 1st April 21 onwards. Please note again, delay period from 1st April 21 onwards. The maximum late fees will be rupees 250 where no tax is payable. Otherwise, it will be rupees 1000 where certain tax is payable. Now, what will happen for the delay period up to 31st March 21? For that, the late fees will be rupees 25 per day where certain tax is payable. Otherwise, rupees 10 per day where no tax is payable. Coming to GSTR 7. GSTR 7 is required to be filed by those taxpayers who are required to deduct the tax under section 51. For GSTR 7, concession has been given for tax periods starting from June 21 onwards. The concession is that the late fees will be rupees 25 per day, subject to maximum of rupees 1000. Coming to next, GSTR 1. For GSTR 1 returns, for all the tax periods, the concession is, or the late fees per day is fixed rupees 25 per day, where certain figures are reported in GSTR 1, and for nil GSTR 1, this is rupees 10 per day. Now, from tax periods starting from June 21 onwards, or for GSTR 1 returns which are filed for June 21 quarter onwards, the late fees has been fixed as follows. Number 1, rupees 250 per return, maximum rupees 250 per return, where nil return is there. Number 2, rupees 1000 per return for the taxpayers having aggregate turnover not exceeding 1.5 crore during preceding financial year, and maximum rupees 2500 per return for taxpayers having turnover not exceeding rupees 5 crore during preceding financial year. In other words, there is no concession from June 21 onwards for taxpayers having aggregate turnover of more than rupees 5 crores during preceding financial year. And as I already told, the late fees per day has been capped at rupees 25 per day or rupees 10 per day in case of nil returns for any taxpayer. Coming to next, GSTR 3B. Very important return. GSTR 1, 3B and 4. These are the returns which are filed by almost all the taxpayers as may be applicable to them. So for GSTR 3B also, the per day late fees has been fixed at rupees 25 per day, where certain tax is payable, and where no tax is payable, rupees 10 per day. There's a difference between nil returns and those returns where tax is not payable. In case of nil returns, definitely the fees will be rupees 10 per day. But there may be 3B returns where there is a turnover reported, but since all the supply are exempted supply or zero rated supply under LUT, in that case no tax will be payable, so the late fees will be rupees 10 per day. Now again, for the period June 21 onwards, or for the quarter ending June 21 onwards, the late fees for 3B returns is on similar lines as in case of GSTR 1, rupees 250 for nil returns, rupees 1000 for the taxpayers having aggregate turnover up to 1.5 crores in the preceding financial year, and rupees 2500 for the taxpayers having aggregate turnover not exceeding rupees 5 crore in the preceding financial year. So again, no special concession from June 21 onwards for the taxpayers having aggregate turnover of more than 5 crores in the preceding financial year. And additionally, for GSTR 3B, there is a special concession given for the tax periods of March 21, April 21 and May 21. For taxpayers having aggregate turnover of more than 5 crores in the preceding financial year, no late fees will be leviable for first 15 days after the due date for taxpayers March, April and May 21. For taxpayers having aggregate turnover up to 5 crores in the preceding financial year, no late fees will be leviable for first 60 days after the due date in case of March 21, for first 45 days after the due date in case of April 21, and for first 30 days after the due date in case of May 21. For quarterly return filers of 3B, no late fees will be leviable for first 60 days after the due date in case of March 21 quarter 3B return. Coming to the next return. Now, in case of GSTR 6, GSTR 6 is required to be filed by the input service distributors for every month, even though there is no input tax credit distribution during that month. So, for them, the late fees per day has been fixed at rupees 25 per day. There is no maximum capping, 25 per day. Maximum capping will be by default as per section 47, that is rupees 5,000. Similarly, for GSTR 5, which is required to be filed by non-resident taxable person, GSTR 5, for that return also the late fees is rupees 25 per day where certain tax is payable, otherwise it will be rupees 10 per day where no tax is payable. So in a nutshell, for GSTR 1, yes, 25 per day, 10 per day plus additional concessions which I have already discussed. For GSTR 3B, 25 per day, 10 per day plus additional concessions which I already discussed. For GSTR 4, 25 per day or 10 per day plus additional concessions which I already discussed. For GSTR 5, 25 per day or 10 per day. For GSTR 6, 25 per day. For GSTR 7, which is required to be filed by the tax deductors. For GSTR 7, the concession is available from June 21 onwards. For GSTR 8, no concession by way of notification. Default late fees as per section 47 will be applicable. And for GSTR 9, that is annual return, the late fees provisions will be discussed in another video where I will discuss the one-time benefits given under the GST law for various provisions by way of notifications issued on 31st March 23. I hope you like this video. If you find any value addition, then please subscribe to my channel, please like the video and spread the word. Thank you very much.